It's the Riverland Footy Report on the Friday night sports show, and this is a good opportunity to welcome the great man from the Waikerie Footy Club, Big Beaver Venning. How are you, Ben?
Yeah, good, Wayne. How are you, mate?
Great, I'm great. You guys are pretty great too, because you gave what would be an old foe of yours, somebody you found a bit tough over the years, Loxton North, a really good win to you blokes. 21-13, 139 to 5-4-34. Tell us how you did it.
Yeah, look, Wayne, we definitely have had some cracker of a games against Loxton North in the past, and obviously this year's a nightmare for them going through the season, possibly without a win. So, we come out in that first quarter and she was pretty even. And then, in that second quarter, we kicked... the paper's got it wrong here. I think we had 5 goals at quarter time. And then we kicked another 5 or 6 in the second quarter, but they actually kicked 5 goals in about 10 minutes, Wayne. And it's only that 10 minutes, that's the only goal they got for the whole game. Goals they scored for the whole game. So basically 3 quarters we kept them to nothing. But there was that 10-minute patch where they just had a run on and kicked 5. And, our coach wasn't too happy about that. But anyway, it was easy win in the end. And, a disappointing year for Loxton North. They'll have to regroup over the summer and try and come back a bit better next year. But for us, Matt Spencer was fantastic once again since coming back from leaving Mildura and coming back to Waikerie. He's been great for us. Jack Greger's probably in the best form I've seen him, kicked another 5, and he was our second best. Cooper Macrath, been playing B grade most of the year and got his opportunity last week, and then this weekend just been and got third best, and that's great for Cooper. He can definitely play A grade footy. Jack Berge down back was fantastic at centre half back. Ben Smith, Jared B, the other better players for us. For North, Kent tried his best. Beswick, Worsfold and Handful in the ruck. They had a few single goal kickers there, and Josh Voigt kicked 2, but unfortunately not a day to remember for the Loxton North, and not a year for them to remember, really.
No, it hasn't been, but Renmark had a great day, 13-16-94 to beat Berry 2-3-15, and depending on results of this weekend, they could play each other again in a first semi-final knockout. That'd be a big surprise, because Renmark going along really well and beating Berry very comfortably.
Yeah, no, it was a huge win, and obviously Renmark didn't kick very straight, 13 goals, 16, it could have been a lot worse. Obviously their defence played well and kept Demas to 2-goal 3. But like you said, Wayne, depending on the results this weekend, this well could be the first semi-final coming up. Well, it's definitely Berry are going to finish 4th, so they'll either play Renmark or Loxton, as we'll talk about soon. But Lelman was fantastic for Renmark, kicking 6, and their best player, Agostino, coming back from West Adelaide last year, has been great for them this year, second best. Vader, of course, we know about. Sampson from Lamoureux's been playing great footy. Charlton up forward, across hard forward, got 5th best and kicked 3. And Harry Beavis plays at fullback and was named their 6th best. Like I said, Lelman and Charlton 3 and 6 apiece. Roy Agostino, Blight, Morath, the other goal scorers. For Berry Teesdale, he's had a good year for them, tried his best. He was their best. Hawkins, Carell, back in the side after being injured a lot this year. Rosenzweig, Beauchamp, who hasn't played all year, so I don't know why Adam's back, actually. I don't think he's been injured, but they've obviously taught him back into playing again. And Brodie Thompson, the ruck, was their other better player. Wesley and Lehman, their only goal kickers.
Yeah, okay. Now, Loxton found that early season form that they had lost in the mid-season. They kicked 23-11 to Thrashbummer Monash 6-7. Yeah,
no, huge win, and, Loxton are coming at the right time of year. I mean, Gutschke's, main best, kick 4. He's a great player, and, he's leading the Murray Pioneer Award with 28 votes, so he's going to be right up there for the Willis Medal this year. Raph Little was second best, kicked 8 goals. I probably mentioned Raph quite a bit, and they play him down back, but, if I was the coach, I'd be playing him up forward, because he can definitely kick some goals and show that on the weekend. Because Sulky, Will, Evans and Kennedy, they're other better players. For Barnum Monash, Drugamother tried his best. Butterworth's had a good year for them since coming back. Wilden the same. Giles, Mason Middleton's probably going to win their best, and Ferris and Efliades, they're other better players. Efliades also kicked 3 goals. Fred, Giles and Drugamother singles each. And for Loxton, 8 goals to Laff, 4 to Gutschke, Lane, Kennedy, Pont, Will, 2, and the rest singles. So, big win by the Loxton Tigers.
All right, now we get to this week's matches, and they are round 15, last round of home and away for Riverland. Berry play Barmera Monash. You just reckon here that Berry could get themselves into some form going into finals?
Yeah, I think so, Wayne. I mean, they've been the fourth best team all year. They've won 5 games for a reason. They nearly knocked Wakery off there one round when we kicked with a goal after the siren. So, and Barmer's only had 1 win this year, which was against Loxton North, of course, and then they both played in a draw early in the very first round. So Barmer would love to go out on a winning way. Mason Middleton's been fantastic for them, so Berry's going to have to, try and stop him kicking goals. Safalides and Butterworth in the midfield should be a great duel. I see Brodie Fridge named at fullback to stand big Jason Sutherland, so he'll have to really take it up to big Sutherland. But look, I think going on form and what's happened in the past, you can't go past Berry on the home deck.
Yeah, all right. Loxton play North in the Derby. When they played earlier in the season, Loxton had the measure of North. It is at the Panther Park. I just think that the Tigers are good enough to beat the Panthers.
Oh, I think so, Wayne. I mean, Loxton North are going to be fired up to try and ruin Loxton's chance of finishing in the top 2. They obviously hate each other, these two teams, and Loxton North love nothing better than finish the season with a win and not go through with no wins. So, but Loxton, they're just playing some great footy. A huge win last week against Barmera. I can't personally see them getting beaten, and if they win this one, as we'll talk about in a minute, Wayne, if whatever happens in the Wakery-Renmark game will end up deciding where Loxton finish. But, they need to win this one to have an opportunity to finish second, and I think they'll do it comfortably. All
right. Do Renmark, can they do what you did to them back in round 10? A couple of goals you beat them by. Can they turn that around?
Oh, look, Renmark are obviously a great side and have got a lot of depth. I mean, any time a club's got 60 out in the track and the A's and B's is, a great problem to have. And, at Wakery, we're not fortunate enough to have that sort of numbers, and I don't think a lot of the other clubs are either. So Renmark, in theory, should be strong, and they have been the last few years, and they're going to come down to Wakery, and of course they're going to want to win because if they win, they sew up second spot, and they get that second chance against us in the second semi. So they'll be coming out to play hard and beat us, and I guess for us, Wayne, Shane Clonan, broke it down the other night at training and said, look, we're 12 quarters away from winning a flag. We win 12 quarters of footy, we win a flag. And that's what we're going out to do this weekend. If we can, win 4 quarters of footy, we'll finish top. It may mean that if we do beat Renmark and Loxton win, we'll play Loxton in that second semi. And that'll just make Renmark have to come the hard way, play Berry in a first semi and then play the prelims. So that's our goal this weekend, is to knock them off, but they won't be easy. They're always hard to beat. And, it should be a cracker of a game. It's our sponsors' day. So hopefully a lot of sponsors get along and we have a big crowd and it's a good game of footy.
Oh, yes, it will be. And the sponsors will certainly enjoy it at the beautiful park on the river at Wakery. Let's have a look at Independent. Last week, Cobby made a final series by beating Paringa 21-15 to 6-4. Ramco, top of the table, had 27-26 to Brownsville 4-4. And the close one didn't necessarily change finals, but it gave Wonka a great opportunity at home when they beat St Anne Canberra 9-10, 64 to 9-9, 63. It has our final series looking something like this, Beaver. It is a double header, and it's the 2 semi-finals. We've got Wonka playing Cobby, and that is up first, and then Ramco plays St Anne Canberra up second. Who are your tips?
Yeah, look, I think we'll start with the first semi, Wayne. The Bulldogs having a massive win last week against the Magpies. That's going to give them a lot of confidence. I don't think Cobby has got the depth that the Wonka boys do, so I'll be tipping Wonka to win that one at home. And obviously in the second semi, Roosters, Ramco take on St Anne Canberra. Ramco's, 9-2. Have some close games against St Anne Canberra. This could go either way. But I'm going to stick with the Ramco. The boys have been playing some good football, and they haven't won a flag, I don't think, ever in this competition in Independence, Wayne. So they're pretty up and about to do that this year, and I think they'll start off with a win this weekend against St Anne Canberra.
Oh, she's a beauty of a final series in Independent. And look, I think all 4 sides on their day. Cobby probably is an outsider because they're coming from so far back, but the other 3, I think, all on their day could be a premiership threat. So it's a really good final series in Independent. The double header out at the paddocks at Wonka, and looking forward to the results coming through. Beaver, looking forward to hearing how the sponsors' day goes, and looking forward to catching up with you next week on Riverland Footy.
Righty, Wayne.